Presidential Executive Order. Immediate measures to increase American mineral production. March 20th, 2025. Section 1. Purpose. The United States has vast mineral resources essential for job creation, economic growth, defense, infrastructure, next-gen technology, e.g., EVs, semiconductors, renewable energy. U.S. mineral production has declined due to federal overregulation, increasing reliance on hostile foreign nations, e.g., China. The order declares urgent national action is required to restore domestic mineral production. Section 2. Key definitions. Defines key terms for clarity. Mineral. Includes critical minerals, as legally defined. Uranium, copper, gold, potash, and others identified by the National Energy Dominance Council, NEDC. Mineral production. Encompasses mining, refining, processing, smelting. Processed minerals. Materials post-extraction that have been refined into usable metals or alloys. Derivative products. End-use or intermediary goods using processed minerals, e.g., EV batteries, semiconductors, defense systems. Section 3. Acceleration of priority projects. Agencies must, within 10 days, submit a list of all pending mineral production projects. Agencies must work with NEDC to identify and expedite high-priority projects. Within 15 days, these projects should be submitted to the permitting dashboard for transparency and fast-track approval. The NEDC will also issue an industry-wide request for feedback on regulatory barriers. Section 4. Clarification of the Mining Act of 1872. Within 30 days, the NEDC and Legislative Affairs Office must propose legislative changes to clarify treatment of waste rock and tailings, simplifying waste disposal regulation under the Mining Act of 1872. Section 5. Use of federal lands, land inventory and prioritization. The Department of the Interior will identify all federal lands with known mineral deposits and prioritize their use for mining, revising land use plans if necessary. Site identification for leasing. Multiple agencies, Defense, Energy, Interior, Agriculture, must identify suitable lands for leasing and mineral production. Preference for sites with quick permitting potential and high strategic value. Private sector engagement. The Departments of Defense and Energy will lease land to private companies to develop mining operations. They may also modify existing structures for commercial mineral production. Financial assistance. Agencies, including the SBA, must coordinate to offer loans, technical assistance, and capital support to businesses entering lease agreements. Section 6. Boosting capital investment. Private capital pairing. The Department of Defense will use the National Security Capital Forum to match private investors with viable mineral projects. Use of the Defense Production Act, DPA. The President waives select DPA limitations and delegates DPA powers to Secretary of Defense for financing strategic mineral projects. CEO of the U.S. International Development Finance Corporation, DFC, to fund domestic mineral production. Both can bypass some financial disclosure and procedural hurdles, e.g., Regulation SK Part 1300. Dedicated Mineral Fund. Defense Finance and Accounting Service and Department of Defense will propose a dedicated mineral production investment fund, subject to multi-agency approval. DoD will reimburse the DFC for services and defer to its credit standards. Export-Import Bank Guidance. The Exim Bank must release guidance on financing for global raw mineral offtake, domestic production under the Make More in America initiative, strategic purchasing. Defense officials must initiate efforts to solicit bids for mineral supply contracts, support for small business. The Small Business Administration will propose legislation and regulations to support small businesses involved in mineral production, including public-private capital support, tailored financing tools. Main takeaways. Purpose to accelerate and prioritize domestic mineral production by reducing regulatory burdens, mobilizing public and private investment, expanding access to federal lands, streamlining permitting, invoking national security powers via the Defense Production Act. Implications for national security reduces dependency on foreign sources, e.g., China, Russia, for critical minerals used in military systems, energy storage, technology, and infrastructure. For industry, opens up massive opportunities in mining, refining, and advanced manufacturing. Companies may see accelerated approvals, funding access, and public-private partnerships. For government, agencies will be more involved in economic mobilization, similar to wartime production models. The NEDC becomes a central authority in shaping energy and mineral dominance strategies. Subscribe for more!